Buenos dias. Wake up, wake up. Hey, hey, come on in. What's happening? Love your soul, natural. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm over here in the best place of all time. There's an event going on, so I was gonna go over there and go get some stuff, but they got music all over the place, and I don't want to get Hello, how you doing? Were you able to subscribe? I know you weren't able to subscribe yesterday. Okay, I can't see. Missy Moye, yo, what's up? How you? Thank you for the like, I appreciate it. What's going on? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Oh, you did? Thank you. You were able to after yesterday? Was it yesterday? Nice. I was cool. I was talking about when I astral traveled yesterday. I don't know if you were on in the afternoon, but there's a video that I recorded yesterday. It was about an hour. I astral traveled on Friday. So it was a different type of astral traveling. It had nothing to do with darkness. I actually was released and then I was aware, but it was basically during a nap. I don't know if you guys know, I haven't been able to sleep a lot. I've been up. Just a lot of energy because I stopped eating a lot of the foods I was eating that had a lot to do with that. So I'm basically detoxing, drinking, just drinking fruits and eating veggies. If somebody invites me to eat, I'll eat, but I'm not cooking. This is these guys making noise with their little toys. Yeah, when you get a chance, see it. Yeah, I'm over here to. What is the question marks for? So you're talking about the video yesterday? Yeah, I astral traveled. I've done it before on purpose. I've done it before. A lot of fun. It's strange, of course, to even. It's not strange for me to say. It's strange for me to be able to go through that experience. So yeah, yesterday was awesome. It was like I was laying down. I opened my. Was on me. I've been going through a lot of spiritual stuff. I'm gonna tell you about something that happened to me today. I don't know how to do that. Make you a mod. What does that mean? So yeah, yesterday I astral traveled. It was awesome, man. But this was like the best one that I've done. And it was coming. I felt something was coming. Something was gonna open up, right? And it happened to be at that moment. I was extremely tired. I haven't been sleeping. I've been sleeping enough, 6 hours, a day, but not. They do too much. All right, let's try that. I haven't done it. Let me see if I can do it. How do I do that? Let me see. Okay. So here you go. I'm gonna add you as a moderator. That's what you want? Managing moderator. Hold on. First I'm gonna do this. Can magic block words and change chat modes in live, and also has capability of standard moderator. Can review and remove chat. Okay. All right, there you go. You're a moderator. Yay! First time we have a moderator. Thank you. Am I saying your name right? Missy Moye? Is that right? So I'm going to give you a view of where I'm at because I like doing that. It's really nice. I like coming over here. It's a beautiful lake. This is an area where people do a lot of, they like to exercise. A lot of bikes out here. You'll see when I show you. Really nice place. Love it. People are super nice. Like I said, I'm going to go on mute because there's music in the background. All right, there was somebody playing guitar, but this is basically my backyard. This is what Yahweh has blessed me with after going through the dark world that I've been through. And I've been there all my life. I've been in the dark all my life. I've been in the darkness all my life, ever since I was a baby. Nightmares all the time. If you guys know the story. So basically, yesterday Friday, I astral played. It was amazing. It was awesome. I don't know if you ever heard about it. Look it up. I could probably drop you some books. Maybe you want to check it out. Look, yo, check this out. I love these things. But let me put on mute. That's a Bentley. That's a Bentley. You see that? Woo-hoo-hoo. Very nice. Anyway, I kind of like cars, but you know, whatever. So yes, so I astral plane, and there has been symbols, signals within me, like ear ringing, headaches on the side where there were specific areas at certain times of the day, unable to sleep at night, but with a sense of not just being unable to sleep, having a sense of needing. Yeah, that was a race. You saw that? Very nice, right? There's a lot of cars out here. There's race cars. There's an event going on. If I'm gonna walk through the event, if you want me to walk through the event, I'll do it. It's just right up the street. I'll just show you if you can see that real quick. Up there, that's downtown. So there's an event. There's cars, motorcycles. They have them like every weekend. It's an old town, and you know, people come. They buy produce. They sell local, you know, local merch, things of that nature. It's pretty cool when people come over here to show their cars off and so on and so forth. So the astral planing was great. I was in the sun. I laid down. I lay down in a meditative state, which was unintentional. Actually, I was sleeping on my side. The next thing you know, I started dreaming. I was covered in a bright white light, very warm. And of course, I can relate that to the fact that I laid down while I was in the sun, and the intention wasn't to meditate. There's been things that day, the day prior, that were really, really off, extremely unbalanced. But I have the ability to be balanced. So it was just a culmination of all of that was been going on. So I sit there, I literally felt my spirit uplift from my physical body. I didn't turn around and see me like people say, and then I turned around and I saw myself. No, that's television, okay? So I was just in the same position, but in the air, and I felt it. I was like, whoa, here we go. So when I said, whoa, here we go, and not in those exact words, let me show you where I'm at so you can see how pretty it is. This is my backyard. This is my backyard. This is what Father God, the Almighty, has gifted me with, and I appreciate it. I'm gratitude. So, yes, windy out here. That's why I brought my jacket. I'm gonna go have a seat. I can't really walk that much. On my right. Thank you. So, nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, some NPCs come on here with some outlandish comments. I don't really pay attention to them too much, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Missy Moyer. Right? That's how you say it? Moderator in the house. Good looking out. Appreciate you. So, thereafter, so I'm in the air, and I feel myself, and I'm like, yes, because this is a good astral plane. Like, I've had astral planes where I ran into Slender Man. I don't know if you know who Slender Man is, right? But this is a dude that's well known from people who actually dream and remember, and they capture their dreams and they're able to explain it. It's an entity that travels in the astral plane. He's all black. He has a tall black hat, right? And he's scary. He's very scary. People think he's scary, but let me tell you what, actually, he's actually more scared of you than you of him, because he's been in his plane. He's walking around. He just happened either to run into you or you ran into him, and he looks scary because it looks really scary. I don't know if you've seen him before or if you've heard of it. That exactly. I ran into him. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly who he is. I ran into him in an astral plane, and that's no joke. Like, he was in my face like this. You know what he looks like, how they depict him. That's exactly what he looks like. That's not a joke. So I want to tell people who are listening to me, please do not take what I'm telling you lightly, right? Please don't play around, with spirituality if you're really not into it, because that's a real thing. There are consequences. I'm not playing with anything. I'm not doing any magic. I'm not doing that. The only thing that I'm doing right now is I'm doing a detox, right? And that detox, give me a second. Let me take my jacket off. There we go. Sorry about that. And that detox, right, is cleaning up a lot of things. Basically, it's getting rid of a lot of parasites. Parasites are actual demons, right? Because they take control. They take you over. They make you do things that you wouldn't do. Right? And when I say normal, you wouldn't know what you would normally do, because you don't know who you really are, right? Because you've been indoctrinated and conditioned to think that you're something else, to be someone for someone else. I know, because I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, burned it in the bonfire, right? Right. So Yeah, so I've done astral planing. I've done astral planing. And I used to love it so much when I was a kid. It was so much fun. I could do whatever I want. It was like Peter Pan, in a sense of the animations. I was running, I was flying in the sky. I was doing incredible things. And then I wake up and I'm stuck here. I'm like, man, I want to go back. Do you feel me? You understand? So there's been a lot of things going on in terms of my spirit and my soul, especially my soul, right? There's been a lot of changes, a lot of upgrades. Like they say, I don't want to use everybody's words because this is what people say. But, an upgrade, you have certain ways of feeling it and knowing that what it is. A simple warning, hello. A simple warning is a sign or a symbol or a situation that you're put in. Thank you, Missy. Tell them what's happening. Hello, sir. And then you're given signs, but you're not paying attention to that. You don't know about that because you're spiritually corrupted. Your soul is detached from the Almighty, right? So you are what I like to call NPCs. Some NPCs right now are being born literally with no connection, on purpose, with chemicals that are being placed in the food and all that stuff. So as I've been eating natural foods as much as possible, whole foods, fruits, veggies, again, like I said, if somebody offers me food or if I'm out in the world, I try not to eat anything that in a restaurant, and this has only been for the last couple of weeks. I was eating like a madman. I was going because I'm alone, I'm by myself, right? Hey, what's up, 3 new people? Thank you for the countdown. And, my body was sick. My body was out of balance. It was extremely acidic. And I know this because I've studied it before I started doing this channel, when this channel was a gaming channel. And so, I went back into studying. I went back into reading. I went back into, following the people that I used to follow that put me up on game, that put me up on, the foods that we're supposed to be eating to keep ourselves balanced and aligned. You need some acidity. You need some alkaline. I can't even say it. Alkaline, and you have to be balanced. So how you do that? So I'm doing it. I'm reading. I'm getting mushrooms. I'm making soups. I'm making the I always forget how to say this. Not frappe. Let me walk down here. Look, there's a pier I like to go to over here. Wooden pier. Hello, hi. How are you? How's everything?
Good.
Yeah, beautiful day, huh?
Oh, sorry.
Enjoy it. God bless you. Thank you. Thanks. So there's a pier over here I love to go to. And then you can just see the lake. It's really nice. So on that, like I was saying, that I've been going through that for a long time. My whole life has been a spiritual battle. So this past, something was gonna happen. Something was gonna go bad or go good, either or. The choice was mine. But of course, you can never choose your transcendence, because it happens that Father God, He needs you. That's your call. But if you're doing things to cause your demise, then so be it. Then that's where you're going, right? You're gonna hit that. You're gonna get that spirit, right? So, in the astral plane at this point in time, I'm covered in white, warm light, right? You can call it light. It was like the best comforter I ever had in my entire life. So as soon as I realized it, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm astral planing. Oh, now I'm aware. Normally, in a sense where the moment you become aware, you wake up. Normal people who don't really connect with themselves spiritually, like they're just living life, right? They don't do meditation, they don't even pray, they don't believe in, don't have that. And then when they do have that, they don't know what to do. They get afraid and they're dumped off, right? So when you're aware, at first when you do it, it's scary, right? It's like, oh, was I just somewhere else? And you wake up and you realize it. Again, I want to tell everybody, if that does happen to you, if you do astral planing, you are aware and conscious of where you are and what's going on, make sure that you write it down. Like when you wake up, write it down, or put a voice, like a voice message, a voice recording on your phone, because you're going to want to remember that. And if you do have those types of, there used to be a name for them, but a dream. There's a reason for that. Thank you for the like. Hey, thank you for the like. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I know that. That's right. That's facts. That's all the sensory nerves. Yeah, that's all you are. You're You're just one big sensory nerve connected to your brain through your peripherals. Yeah. Synapses. Yeah, there's no visuals. Yeah. It's like you're a sensitive computer inside a computer. Yeah, I know that. Thank you for telling me that though. But so, if you've never been there, it's scary at first, of course, because, you're being shown things on television, on movies, everything is scary. Whatever that thing is like they got now, Stranger Things. So that stuff is put into your subconscious. Those messages that you don't see, your subconscious sees messages, not messages in letters, but messages in symbols. That's why old folks back in the day, back in the days, communicated either verbally or they drew things in symbols because they knew that your subconscious records those things. And they still know that. So in the movies, when you're watching the movies, there's things put all over the place that you don't notice, but your subconscious does. Wake up. You already know. Love your soul, not your role. Listen twice and speak once. So I'm there. I'm like, yes. I was expecting this. I was expecting something. I was expecting something. I'm like, throughout these days. And there it is. I'm here. I'm in kind of like, I'll tell you, floating. And I'm surrounded in this beautiful, warm white light. It was whitish yellow, kind of like the sun. Because I fell asleep under the sun. So many people could say, yeah, that was, your subconscious remembering that. Yeah, that's part of it as well. But it was a good feeling. So I'm like, oh yes, I'm floating. I didn't want to turn around and look back. I knew where I was. I knew exactly where I was. I knew that I was in my room. I knew that I was laying on the floor. I knew that it was my lunchtime. I knew all of that. Consciously in this state. What I tried to do, and I tried to do this a couple of other times, was detach my spirit from my body. But the soul is still alive, right? The soul is still connected. So because the body is not really in right now in this state, like the body's not going to let go, the spirit's not going to let go, it's all going to stay together, right? So you can't command it to oh, that's okay. Don't worry. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying there. Cucumber, tux, high, yum, fermented. I'm getting into the fermented process, but I'm not doing it yet. Right now, I'm just doing everything natural. I'm just buying apples and, fruits, organic as much as I can, just eating them raw all day. If I'm really say if I'm not satiated, then what I do is I'll take some seeds. I forgot the name of them. There are flax seeds, and then there's these other seeds. Then you take those seeds, you put them in your juice drink, you mix it, you drink it, and it makes you feel satiated. So I do that. I don't eat. I'm not. Listen, I'm not putting nothing in my body until my body's the way I need it to be. And if I do put anything in my body, it's going to be clean, it's going to be whole, it's going to be something that I know what it is. I don't have to read a whole laundry list of fake stuff. Yeah. So that's been cleaning out. I've been feeling pains and certain movements inside my body with places, and I concentrate on that. I'm like, what is that? I'll tell you right now. Those are all the parasites being disconnected from the lining of in my inner belly, my brain. I've had them because I've been eating pork, beef for years. And all that stuff sits inside of you if you don't detox. And then you're no longer you. You become them. You become that food that you eat. And then what is not, what you're not aware of is that because that's going on, you're like a medium between them and what they need. So then you begin to eat what they need. You begin to consume what they want you to consume. So you're like a big cafeteria and lunchroom, and like a spaceship for them. Right? It's kind of weird to say spaceship, but you're Walking Dead basically, and they're keeping you alive. And they don't even care if they keep you alive or not, because once they consume you, I'm talking about parasites, they'll move on, and they'll move on to the next. They've been here for forever, and they're still going to be here forever. It's not going to change. So, and I'm there, so I'm trying to detach myself. If I would have learned, I know the book of Thoth, probably, I don't know who Thoth is, but he's a creator of all thought. So I would if I was able to detach myself, I'd be gone right now. You guys would pronounce me dead, but I'd still be more than enough alive. More than enough alive to know if I had the power to do that, I would. Whoo, wake up, wake up. So that's what I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday, that was my topic because it was so impactful on me. And the battle is real. The battle is real for me in terms of, there's something that's trying to capture me and there's something that's trying to destroy me. It's all me. It's all me. It's not anything outside of me. Influences, yes, do happen. You get signals and you get frequencies and you get all of these things that are part of this dimension that try to just basically usurp all of your energy. All of it, in every sense. There's another event I want to talk to you about that happened to me today because I'm getting back into, becoming more aware of what I hear, what I see, what I watch, what I do, who I speak to. Hello, hello. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, good.
Good,
How
good.
Are you?
Beautiful, beautiful day. God bless you guys. Thanks. So, you once you clean your body out, you're gonna start seeing and hearing things. And I'm not saying like, spiritual things and things like, oh, this guy's crazy, this person's crazy. I'm talking about things that are important to you, things that are wrong, but you can't really see it, right? You can't pinpoint it. You can't put your finger on it, right? There's something going on in you, around you, in your head, and everybody else is around you like, nah, that's just, that's just, don't worry about that. If Father God Yahweh is interrupting you in any moment in your time, thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. Eagles be losing like you lose your phone. I don't know. I don't watch sports. I used to play sports. I used to watch sports, but not anymore. All all that is for me is it's rigged. I've been knowing that for a long time. Like I said, I used to play basketball for a long time, and I learned all of that. But enjoy it. So when that begins to happen, you begin to look. You begin to like, wait a minute. Something's telling me. Yahweh is telling you. That's who's telling you. Ain't nobody else around you in your spectrum that you knew before. The Creator's the one that's saying to you, and for a reason. There's something that He's telling you, and there's a reason for that, right? Some people never get that chance to be able to do that in this plane, and I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. So anyway, I'm there. I'm trying to detach myself. Literally, I'm like, and I can feel. It's like I can tell you. It's like when you take a real deep breath of surprising, like you go, you understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is what it feels like. If you put on your shower, I don't know if you've ever done it, but it's always good to take a hot shower and then add cold, because the cold will wake up your the biggest organ in your body, will wake you up literally. So turn on the shower, leave it on cold, right? And there's or I can put it to you this way: if you go into a cold if you go into a really, really, really cold ocean, or really, 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 and you just jump in head first, right? And you just jump in head first, you come like this. That's the feeling that you feel when you try to disconnect yourself from your physical being when you're astral planing. Got it. Wake up, wake up. You already know, Omni-Cosmic. Love your soul, not your role. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Today is Sunday, fun day. It's also Sunday, peaceful day. A day for you to be not doing nothing at all. I'm not against it. You do what you got to do, right? But today's a relaxing day. Focus on yourself. Have more time away from distractions, so that if you are on this channel and you are understanding what I'm saying, and you're on here for a reason, then you got to understand who's calling you, why they calling you, right? Why are you here? Why are you on this channel? Why did this come up? People say it's the algorithm. I don't know. I don't really rock with that. So let's go back to today. So today, yesterday, I came out here yesterday. I talked for like an hour. I was talking about the astral plane that I did on Friday. So today, I wake up today about 9:30ish. Good, I had some good rest. I didn't really, I was in and out of sleep. I had so much energy. I meditated a little, not much. So I started reading, what was I doing? I was reading a book, whatever, something like that. I don't remember. So I get up. I'm not even tired. Listen, I did not sleep like a normal person would sleep. I'm not even tired. Woke up this morning, had some coffee with coconut milk, because that's important. Everything that you put in your mouth, everything that comes out your mouth is important. Love your soul, not your role. You already know. This is Omni Cosmic. Come in. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell where we learn about how to recondition everything about your conditioning. So I wake up this morning and I say I need to get some water. So I said I'm gonna go to the store, which is like right down the street from the house. And I'm wide awake. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling, I'm feeling good, right? Like right now, right? I'm good. And I'm in the store. I'm getting my waters, right? I put my waters in my thing. I pay for the waters. I'm walking to my car, and this is significant about what I'm about to tell you. So I'm walking to my car. I'm putting away the products I purchased, and then this old man with a big beard, like his whole face was like a big white beard, like he had white hair. He was in an older truck. He was an older guy. He was probably like he was probably like in his 60s, late 60s or 70s. A little shorter, older guy, right? This was after he asked me this question, I got in my car. I turned on the car, and the car said 10:55, but it was actually 11:55. So he goes to me, he looks at me, I look at him, he goes, "Hey, do you know what time it is?" Listen, and this is significant. So I don't run on time. I only run on time when I'm working. But I do things when I do things. If I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing whatever was on my mind, I'm doing it. Right? I'm writing it down, I'm putting it on my documents, because it's something that's popping up in my mind that I need to write down and I need to remember and I need to take action with. Okay? So I'm not running on time unless I'm working, which is Monday through Friday. Right? I'm required to work. I need to work. I got to make money, right? So I don't run on time. Even after that, I only run on that time because, again, I'm required to. I got to wake up at a certain time. It's like, being disciplined in the military. Wake up at a certain time, go to the boot camp, do your thing, go to lunch, blah, 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 blah. It's all structured. There's a reason for that. Now, who runs that time? It's Father Time. Who's Father Time? Father Time is Saturn. Who is Saturn? The god of this world. The god of this, it's Satan, same dude. So if you run on that time, you run on limited time. You're limited. He limits you. In every sense of your existence on this plane, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to him. Okay. So Father God is not the Father God that you think that owns. This is not owned. This plane is not owned. The Creator created it, but he doesn't own it. Now, he can command it, of course, absolutely. But remember, he gave you free will, supposedly, right? So I'm getting in the car. The guy goes, "Hey, excuse me, do you know what time it is?" Listen, like I said, I don't run on time. Now, if I was unaware of this type, this is a spell. This is a spell. Let me tell you why it's a spell. Again, I'm not running on this time anymore, on this time continuum. Right? I'm here, I'm doing it. But my intention is way beyond me paying rent, paying bills, getting cars and money, becoming famous, writing a book. Well, I want to write a book. I'm about to start doing that. But I'm not my goals aren't anything to do with being successful on this plane. Those are not my goals. They've never been my goals. But they were made my goals by going to the schools, the school system. That's when you lose your imagination. They put your imagination in a box. So anyway, he asked me what time it is. I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't know what time it is." And then he goes, "Well, maybe like 11." I said, "I don't know, maybe." Now, let me tell you what that spell was. That spell right there came out of nowhere. This man came out of nowhere, but he didn't come out of nowhere. He was put there, obviously, right? So I'm running around. I'm more aware of everybody around me, what people are, how people are, just like they're just hitting me, like their body language and how they look at me, if they do or if they don't, right? So this gentleman was probably like 2 car paces away from me. And he was getting in his truck. He had a truck. He was a short man. So it was kind of, the truck had big wheels. So he's looking at me. This is the first thing. He doesn't say hello. He doesn't say good morning, because it was about, like I said, it was early in the morning, right? He doesn't say, Hi, good morning. All he did was, I didn't even look at him. I saw him when I was coming there because I'm feeling, like I said, when you're aware, when you are in touch with yourself, everything around you. I'm an extremely hypersensitive person. Right? I like being around crowds, but not for too long. Right? I'll come, I'll pop in and pop out. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see what's going on, but I don't want to be there too long because I know I'm gonna pick up all this energy and it's gonna be so overwhelming that all that energy is gonna direct me instead of me directing me. I know that, and since I know that, I keep myself away from them situations that will put me in that predicament. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Then I got to be a lot more sustained in my spiritual and fortified sense, right? So he asked me that. Now let me tell you why this is a spell. I just told you on Friday, I astral planed, right? I just told you. I try to disconnect myself. So in that sense, what am I trying to do? I'm not trying to beat time, but I'm trying to control time. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. You don't have the power. You don't have the understanding to control time. Time is controlled by Saturn. So you can't do it. So guess what? This is a challenge from Father Time. Looking like Kris Kringle or Krampus, an old man with a beard, asked me, he said, do you know what time it is? He didn't ask me the time. He didn't say good morning. He said, you know what time it is? And normally I'll be like, man, does it look like, normally I say to him, does it look like I know what time it is? But I'm not in that space no more. I said, nah, man, I don't know. And then I said something weird. It was weird, I don't know. And the reason why I said what I said weird after I told him, no, I don't know. I said something, I don't work like that, or that's not my work, or something like that. It was kind of strange because I wanted to get away from the situation. I don't know why I wanted to get away from the situation. It wasn't a scary situation. It wasn't a detrimental situation. It wasn't a situation but it was just, I knew who that was. I knew what that message was about. Did I answer correctly? I don't know. But I felt like there was no need because I'm not running on that. I'm not running on that time. There's no need for me to say anything because why are you asking me? And then he pointed to his hand so when he pointed to his wrist, he literally pointed to his wrist. This is all, listen, man. Listen, Linda, like they say, like the little boy used to say. There are certain things that you don't know, you will never know if you don't read and you don't study the Bible. And I'm walking back and forth because I like doing that. Let me show you a little bit where I'm at so you guys don't get all bored while looking at my face. Pretty, isn't it? So there's certain symbolisms, right? From certain societies. Some people call them secret, some people call them whatever. Like gangs. Let's just put street gangs, for instance. Everybody's knowing about street gangs and their hand signals, right? You all guys know that because it's all on all it's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? I'm loving it. I'm gonna go take my shoes off and go stand over there. But I don't want to be around like music where I have to, turn on the mute button. But I really need to do that. I think I'm gonna go do it. Let me see. I don't really hear any music. So I'm gonna go walk down yonder to ground myself. I think I need to. So again, like I said, you guys know about gang signals. You see them on YouTube and you see them on Facebook all the time. They show you the gang signals. They got books about it. So this is how they communicate in that language, right? Okay. So there are also hand signals in other societies, in other, let's just call them gangs. Yeah, of course. So when this gentleman didn't know me from a hole in the wall, instead of saying good morning, the first thing he said to me was, do you know what time it is? And listen to what I'm saying to you, that when you're aware and you're not full of all that garbage they give you, especially Americans, right? Americans love eating garbage, right? Because they don't really know what to eat. We don't know what to eat. They taught us to eat all this garbage that we're just people that are full of garbage, literally. So he pointed, so he said, I think he said first, do you know what time it is, right? And I think he pointed at his wrist the first time, but I don't remember. Because then I was kind of surprised that he was asking, not surprised, but kind of like, what, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out of my business. Leave me alone. So so I go, I think I said, excuse me? Something like that, maybe. Because then he pointed at his wrist. He didn't have a watch on. And he asked me again, do you know what time it is? And I said to him, hello. I said, nah, man, I don't work like that. I think that's what I said. And then he tried to convince me. He goes like, maybe 11. I was like, maybe, I don't know. Now, let me tell you, where's the spell? Here's the spell. You ready? You ready for this? I don't know if y'all ready for this, man. Wake up, wake up. You already know. Omni Cosmic and Molly Moyer, we are here to help you out. Again, I want to make a disclaimer. I'm just an older gentleman that lived life. Hello, hi. Right, and just giving you my experiences of what I've, what I've lived through, and, hopefully this will help you out. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a sociologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not none of that. Okay? So I'm privy to these things, and I just wasn't using my discernment skills, because I got back into the routine of working and just living like an NPC, doing things. And Friday night came, and then watch the game on Saturday, and then do the routine things on the time that was given allotted to us as the end of week. But I don't name it that anymore. I don't put those same terms on it, because time belongs to me. This is your time, right? You can't. When you die, you die. How you die is how you die. You don't know that. But while you're here, the time that you're conducting is the time that was given to you. So when he said that, the spell, he would try to activate a spell on me, basically. Listen to what I'm saying to you. People have tried to activate spells on me before. And just recently, this year, was it this year? Yeah, this year. Broke out from it. This is where I'm at. This is why I'm at where I'm at. So I immediately caught that. I'm like, I didn't immediately catch it. But I was, again, I've been reading esotericism for a long time, books, that have to do with things like that. So I was talking to somebody the other day. I think it was on here. And I said, listen, time is a construct of man to control you, blah, 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 blah. Everybody knows that, with a little bit of sense, right? And some people deny it, but they're not denying it because they know what the concept is. It's because they just want to argue something that they don't know about, which is what people normally do, right? Especially if they don't know about it. So when I'm looking at that, I'm like, yeah. So I correlate that with the fact that I was astral planing. I was in a blanket of light. I tried to disconnect my spirit from my physical, but you can't. Okay, you don't have the power to do that. Remember, you don't own, the overall realm. You don't own your soul. You can't sell something that you don't own. Your spirit is being borrowed, right? You are a light of God. You are an experience of Yahweh. That's what you are, right? But you're on a plane where it's not meant for you to be in control of your experiences. It's meant for you to be in control of only your spirit and your soul, and that is something, that's a prize that's worth more than gold and silver. I'm taking off my shoes. I'm gonna ground. I need it. I think I need it. So I don't know if you know what grounding is, but if you don't, look it up, find it out. It's very important to the soul. It's very important to your life. It's very important for your health, for you to ground back to earth. Rubber sneakers are made, not just for protection, but they're also made to keep you disconnected. Just hold on. Just look it up. I just took my shoes off, my socks off. Hopefully there aren't any fire ants, because those things are no joke. When they sting you, that lasts for sometimes weeks. So you take your shoes off. Let me show you my feet. See, I took my shoes off. I'm in the grass. I'm walking in the grass. I'm trying like to rub my feet against the grass. And try this. Then you get elected. You become. You are electrical. You're a battery. Everybody's a battery. So how is this? How is this world run? It's run by using you as a battery. Right? So come out, go outside, go to the park, be natural for a while. Get out of that box, get out of that square, that container of energy. Get out of it. Love your soul, not your role. You already know. So anyway, let's say. So that was a spell. Now why would that occur? All of a suddenly. It wasn't all of a suddenly. Yahweh said to me, yo, here you go, boom. I'm waking you up. Wake up, what I always say, right? And then as soon as that happened, I get that dream. I get that, oh, not that dream, I do that hydroplane, that astral plane. And it was amazing. It was amazing. It was one of the best ones I've ever had. One of the most truest. I'm hugging a tree right now. You want to see? And those are my feet. And there's the tree. From dust you came, and from dust you shall return. So, that hurt. I didn't even bring a towel to clean my feet. That's cool though. So, that was done on purpose. That was done on listen. I know I'm watching you. That's basically what that was. I don't give a if you're watching me. I don't care. My life is not about you controlling. You want to control me because I'm more. So if somebody wants to control you because you're more powerful than they are, and they would be weak without being able to control you. They would be non-existent. Wake up, wake up. You already know. Love you so, not your role. Omnicosmic here. Thank you for joining. Like, share, subscribing. Missy Moya, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being a moderator. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying thank you. I'm going to be here for a minute. Not for too long because I got things to do. So when, and I am speaking from experience. I'm not speaking, from somebody else's point of view, somebody else's research, somebody else's, input. I'm speaking from my own experience, from what I've been going through for the last couple of years, most of it for my entire life. But the moment I started waking up, boom, everything became either like more potent, more visible, more internalized, where I can be aware of what those messages are, why they're there, why it's happening at this point in time, blah, 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 blah. But if I'm not in tune with me, myself, and I, that's the triangle, that's the Holy Trinity right there, right? But they try to tell you that all of this energy and all of this beautiful godliness is outside of you. That's impossible. Because if you've been looking outside of you for peace, for tranquility, stop the war, stop killing until, has it happened? Tell me, has all that? It ain't never gonna happen. Nobody's gonna come down here. Listen, nothing is gonna come down here to save you. Nothing. If anything I've learned throughout my time on this planet is that if someone is not part of your ecosystem or something, and all of a sudden it shows up out of nowhere, right? Don't let it in. Don't let it in, because if you don't know where it came from, and all of a sudden it's probably not even, it's like a parasite that's gonna come and destroy. It's been shown throughout history with humans, with other life forms. If there's something that is not part of your ecosystem and it came out of nowhere, it may be asked you permission to enter and it may not. Don't let it in. Because it is not beneficial to you. Because if it was beneficial to you, it would be there or it would come from there. Understand this. I'm going to say it again. Wake up, wake up. If something is part of your ecosystem, it's part of your structure, your DNA, you feel it. Don't let anything in that's not part of it. Because it's not there to become part of it. Because it never was and it never will be part of it. It's there to either usurp it. It's only there to take what it doesn't have. Hear me out. And I'm telling you this from my own experience. I'm not religious, although I study a lot of that stuff, which is where my interests lie. Those are my interests. So I'm sharing that with you. Wake up, wake up. Love you so natural. I'm here in the world. Go outside. We outside, like they say. We outside. Go outside. Go outside. If it's cold, put on some boots. Put on your parka, go outside. Look around. Go by yourself. And see, and just be silent. Be quiet like this. Ready? Go. Just manifest what is already there. Acquire it. It's already there. It's just waiting for you. Whatever you're thinking that you're thinking, and it's not your thinking, and it's thinking, then get rid of that thinking by getting away from all of the distractions, all of the influences around you. Separate yourself. If you are in the dark, if you are suffering, if you don't know which way is up and which way is down, if your life is so horrible, if you hate yourself, if you want to do bad things to yourself, if you're doing drugs, if you're drinking, if you're sinning, so you think that you're sinning, and you don't want to do it, and it's a conflict, and you're in constant struggle, get away from everything. Get away from everything if you can, because that's not what your life is supposed to be. That's not what Father God wants for you. Father God wants that for no man. But Father God is not in control of this plane, but He is the owner of your soul. Don't ask questions about why. Ask questions about why am I here and all that stuff, but you're just gonna go in circles. You got to meditate on that. You got to connect with yourself, and then you find out. Then you find out, and speak truth. Speak truth. Speak love. Speak self-control. Speak disciplines. Speak divinity into your own life. Speak peace. Speak wanting and willing to go through life with a sense of calmness and a sense of completeness and a sense of doing. I am doing. Take your time. Take your time. Don't rush it. Don't rush it, baby. Take your time. Slow down. A lot of people used to tell me that, man. I was always on the go. Go. Slow down. Slow down. It just wasn't my time to slow down at that time. You feel me? You have a certain point where all things that are meant to be opened up to you will be opened up to you, will be revealed to you. It will be unveiled, and you will follow the real you. Do not involve other people's opinions and other people's, view. That will not get you up to where you need to be. That's gonna get you to what they want you to be, and you're not gonna ever, you can pass away and come back and you're still not ever gonna live a real life, because you're not internal, you're not spiritually, soulfully, and mentally connecting. You can't. You gotta work, you gotta go to school, you gotta pay this, you just run, and then next thing you know, you're dead. Next thing you know, you done joined Pancho, like they say. And what would be a life like that when you're done and when you're said and done? Every single living organism on this plane has a purpose. All of it, everything. Man took out that purpose and introduced systems of control. If you study anything in your lifetime, you don't even have to study religion, because religion is nothing but a system of control. And the more you study systems of control, the more control that you will feel, or need to be controlled. Of course, there needs to be systems put in place because look at man. Look at what man's doing to the planet now without systems, and those systems are systems that are corrupted, that are destroying all of us, and that's us destroying us. So God is destroying Himself. Don't make no sense. Yahweh loves all of us, all of us, all of us. No matter what you've done, no matter what you're gonna do, no matter what you're doing, it's unfailing, unfailing. And I'm speaking to you from experience. I'm not reading a book to you. I'm not reading from a book. I'm not reciting. Although we do the studies on, the weekdays because it's important. That's one of the most important. That's the greatest. What is it called? The greatest book of all time. One of the greatest books of all time. But there are books that are greater than that. Remember, they burned a whole. We're gonna get into that. They burned a whole library. A whole library that had nothing but knowledge. People say knowledge is power, but it's not. It's what you do with the knowledge. And people of nature, we don't learn like everybody else learns. We don't letters and we draw on the walls. That's how we understand. We talk to each other. We don't do all these manuscripts, all these spellbinding books. That's all it is, right? So today, be at peace today. Today's a peaceful day for you, a peaceful day for me, a peaceful day for the world, right? Your world. Don't, I would like to say, don't concern yourself with the goings on of the planet, or it doesn't have anything to do with you. If you're not in it, then your name's Joe Bennett. My name is Joe Bennett, and I ain't in it. If you are not right now in turmoil, if you are not right now at war, if you are not right now in the hospital, if you are not right now starving of food, if you are not right now burning, if you are not in those things, then it has nothing to do with you. Nothing. If and so those things that are part of this place comes to you, then you can say and do something about it. But if it's not, it doesn't concern you. Don't be sad for other situations. It's not your situation. This is not a place for you to be spending your time being sorry for other things that have nothing to do with your growth, with your eminent connection with the Almighty. Nothing at all. It's just built to control your mind. What you're doing with your mind, shaping your what you see. Electrically, what do you call that? Stimulating you. You're being stimulated, but you don't stimulate. And you're a battery. So if you're being stimulated, and what's stimulating you? What are those signals that you're getting? Are they from you? Do you create those signals? Did you create those signals? Are those signals healthy for you? Do you? You're a whole battery. So if you can, what I do, and I'll get into that as soon as I go. I'm just getting ahead of myself probably, but there's ways that I've been taught, and I've learned, for you to communicate with the rest of your body. I've had cancer, I have diabetes, and I meditated that away. Listen to me. Listen, love your soul, not your role. That's what it's all about. I'm not lying to you. I will not. Again, if you have any physical ailments, if you have any mental confusion, and you may need a professional, but they're not going to heal you. A professional cannot heal you. They can't heal you. They could temporarily suppress the discomfort, the dis-ease, but they cannot heal you. The only, and I say this, I don't have any professional background to say that this is true, only my own experience. I healed myself with the assistance of doctors, right? I refused a lot of the medication. I refused a lot of the treatments because I didn't feel it was necessary. I'm not a doctor to say, yeah, I know that's not necessary, but let me do some reading. Wake up. Let me do some reading. let me do some reading. Let me do some research. It's out there. You got the internet. So that's what I did. If you overwhelm yourself by doing this, it's not a good thing to do that, right? What you want to do is you want to participate in that. So that's what I did. I started reading. I'm like, hold on. I started realizing where all these medications came from, what they were used for, which were not good things, not to help people. Research other people. And then I researched all that stuff while I was sick. And I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. But if you don't do this, no. Now, there was a point where they said to me, if you refuse, what you mean I refuse? That's what they said to me, I refuse. If somebody uses that language towards you and you're in an institution, basically they own you. They're telling you that, like, that's your parents. Oh, you're refusing? Oh, you don't want to go to your room? I'm like, man, listen, I'm not refusing. I'm just not going to let you poke me with something I don't want you to poke me with, period. And they didn't do it. And I think because of that, I was able to survive that. Because listen, they basically killed me with all that chemo. Believe me. But I participated, I meditated, I was happy, even though I was hurting, even though my body was in a tremendous amount of pain, like unfathomable amount of pain, right? I overcame it, I meditated, I was happy most of the time, I said happy things, I met good people, and I like to laugh, I love laughing, I love seeing people laugh. Seeing somebody laugh is so amazing, and it's so nice to see that you were able to make somebody laugh. That's why I love comedians. Right? They're the truth tellers of the world, of the real world. Right? And I lived like that. I lived with cancer like that, through all the cancer. There were bad days, horrible days, awful days, absolutely. But I came out of it. Then, they gave me diabetes too. I didn't have diabetes too. They gave it to me. So I said, no, I'm not taking you're not giving me no shots. You're not giving me. So now, this is when, listen. I saw a video today of a woman desensitizing a horse. This was I don't know what they call little baby horses. Do anybody know what a baby horse is called? A pony? I don't know. But it was a baby horse, right? Little baby. In Spanish, I think we call it a postrito, I think. So she was desensitizing the baby. Listen to this. So they bring in, that's a big red ant and hill right there. I'm not going there. They bring the horses food in bags, and the bags make noise. And horses are extremely sensitive animals. I don't know if you know that, but they're extremely sensitive to sound, to all of that stuff, right? So it was a baby horse. Hello, hi, how are you? Love you so natural. Come on in. Wake up. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. Enjoying a beautiful day out here in the beautiful sun, talking to some beautiful people. Father God, Yahweh loves you. Yes, he does. So she had a video, and the video says desensitizing done, something like that. So they bring in the hay that they feed the horses in these really big noisy bags. So like I said, horses are extremely sensitive animals, extremely sensitive to anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go like this, like you go, and they're gone, pew, they're gone. Just like all the mammals, because, they're the type of animal that they are, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Right? Maybe so. So she put the bag in the barn. The mom horse was there. So she put it's a noisy bag with the hay. So like I said, they'll get scared and then they won't eat because they think it's gonna harm them. So what she did is she emptied out, she put the bag in the middle of the barn and left it there. So the horse, it didn't make any noise because there was no wind, it wasn't moving around. The mom didn't touch it because, she's just interested. She already knows what it is. It's not, it's not nothing new that she hasn't seen. So the little horsey would go and kick it, and he'd go smell it, and then he'd look at it, and then he'd run away, and then you see him jumping up and down because he's like, what is it? But it's not moving, it's not doing. So next thing you know, he picks it up and he starts throwing it around, kicking it, desensitized. So she can come in with the bags, and he's not going to be scared because he knows what it is. So she'll be, because if you scare a horse while you're trying, that's why they have all these they desensitize a horse to a lot of human behavior, to train them, to put them in a spot where they need them to be, in terms of what they're going to use that animal for, any animal for that matter. So So when she comes in and she'll be able to feed him, no problem, and then she'll be able to show him other things, and then take him out of the barn and put him in his own barn. It's a process. So us, all of us, what was that? All of us, we've been desensitized to certain things, and the more that you see the world and why it is the way it is, with all the stuff that human beings are doing to each other, then now this is why, because you've been desensitized for things that you think that are horrible, but being done on a mass scale. But then again, oh yeah, like when you see people fighting on the internet, they got these fight places. I watch them. I'm from the hood. I used to fight every day. Right, when you was in turmoil every day, it's like a war zone every day. That's nothing new to me. This is new to me. This beautiful stuff out here. Look at this beautiful stuff. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm loving it. This is gorgeous. Right? So when you see that, you're being desensitized. You're being desensitized to violence. You're being desensitized to these things that are causing human beings to live in this chaotic state, which is gonna go on. So after I'm gone, and then after you're gone, look at the world, how bad it is now. Just imagine how bad it's gonna be in 10 years from now. If this continues, if this unawareness, if this cognitive dissonance continues, the lack of empathy, of morality, because this is not being taught in schools. No way, because they don't want to teach you that. They want to keep you under the rug. They want to keep you struggling against each other. And listen, I wouldn't blame them, because here's the sad truth about that. If you are a king or a queen or a government, you don't want any of your subjects that help you keep your position in this world to wake up. You don't want them to have awareness, because you want them to be beat down, worked out, tired, unhappy, arguing, fighting each other. While yet and still they're paying you, they're bringing you homage. They're paying you billions. You don't gotta work. You sit on the throne. You making laws. You shutting people off from this. You taking that, and they're giving you the power to do that. But you don't know how to take it back, because you're being desensitized to all of that stuff. This is normal. Going to a supermarket where they put stuff in your food so that they can make you lazy, tired, sick, so that you can go to the hospital so that you can get some medication and other medication that makes you lazy, tired, sick, and it continues, then there's the problem in you. You can't save the world. I'm not on here to, people, I want everybody to chant. Listen, I don't care about all people, whatever they doing. At this point in time in my life, do what you do. And may Yahweh guide you. And if Yahweh is guiding you and you're here and you're listening to this, then there's a reason for that. I just know that, because once I started researching, and I've always been in that state of mind where I always wanted to know why. Like, why? Why, when I ask why to my teacher, she tells me to shut up. Or she sends me to the principal's office because I asked her why. Because she didn't know the answer, or he didn't know the answer. Right? So I just started doing my own reading. I started reading. I love reading books. I'm about to go ham on this book that I got. I'm trying to finish it today. That's why I came out here kind of early, so I can go finish it. I should have brought it with me, but I totally forgot it. Because I was filling out some paperwork online and I was into that. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you that, which was a lot. But thank you for joining. I'm on my way. Yesterday I took a long walk, and my legs and feet were hurting a lot. So again, love your soul, not your role. Listen twice, speak once. Wake up. If you need inspiration, go outside. Don't turn on the TV. Don't, go online and look at people living good with these cars and these boats and all this fake stuff. That means nothing if you don't have Yahweh in your life. Absolutely nada. If you are sick and you are bedridden and you have a disease, meditate. These are just suggestions. Meditate. Look for alternative foods, because you weren't born sick. You may die sick, but you weren't born sick. Nobody was born sick. So you're not going to stay sick. But if you allow outside things that don't care nothing about you to say that they want to see you better, which is a lie, then you're not going to live long enough to be able to say, I lived, even though, my life was at the beginning in shambles and, destroyed, and I picked myself up. I put myself back together. I'm interesting to myself, and I love my soul and not my role. When you get there, life is good no matter what. And to recondition yourself from the conditioning that you've been conditioned to be conditioned of, right, is not easy. It's not a one-day process. You cannot do this in one day. You cannot sit down in your room and one day read a book, meditate for 15, 20 minutes if you can. Even the next day, it's not gonna be concrete. Even the next day, years. It took years to condition you. It's gonna take years to uncondition you, to recondition you, especially if you're not attempting to do it by learning about yourself. Learning, first of all, getting away from everybody who puts you in a picture or in a frame of how they want you to be, who they want you to be for them. You got to get away from that. You got to get away from that. If you love your soul and not your role, you got to get away from it. You just got to build yourself or rebuild yourself. Because I'm an older guy. I'm really, young folks that come on here, you're just living your life. I say, follow the rules, talk to mom, talk to pop, learn yourself, if they were conditioned to think a certain way and be a certain way, and that they're going to reflect that upon you if they weren't educated enough, right? If they don't care about themselves, if they allow outside things to influence their decision about how they treat their children, what they did to you, how they treat you, how they show you, to live in life, to live in this world, to experience, then you need a lot of, you got to detox yourself. You got to detox your mind, right? And try to get back to that place where you were a life. You were a life without limit. Man, I want to walk on this sand right here so bad. Look, I want to jump and walk down on that sand, but there's that big sand bug right there. You see that thing? Yeah, I'm not going down there. There's a big bug right there. You see it? Yeah, I'm not going there. So, it's not going to happen in one day, my friends, my listeners. It's not. We wanted to. I wanted it to. But I know that things take time. If you want to be a drummer, if you want to be a violinist, if you want to be a tennis player, a composer, that takes time. You got to learn. Right? Hey, Mosi Dosi, hi. I didn't see you. Hello. Love your soul natural. Good to hear from you. You had dinner? Good to see you. There's Mosi Dosi. That's an old school subscriber right there, if you guys don't know. She's been around for a minute. She changed her online name. She also has a YouTube. Check her out. She's a young lady from England, right, Mosi Dosi? I think, if I'm not mistaken. Young lady growing up in this world. Joined a long time ago. She's been around for a while. She's been around, I think, almost a year mostly. She hasn't been here because she's been living life, which is good. You don't need to be here. You got to live life. Only come around when you can. But good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. That's really nice. So love your soul, not your role is the whole concept, right? Live your existence, your experience. Allow for others to have opinions. That's fine. Yeah, sure. But you have to fortify your natural self to go beyond the limitations that were given to you by man. Wake up. You already know. Love your soul, not your role. Read, first and foremost, read the Bible. If you have children, teach them the Bible. There are histories and stories in the Bible that have nothing to do with you, depending on where you're from on this planet. from Israel, if you're from that parts, then that stuff pertains to you. If you know, and they're not going to teach you that anyway because they don't study that. They study something totally different. But if you have, your family roots and your family, are set up in a certain way, they have a foundation. Follow that. Be your own person, but that's your roots, right? That's your roots. You got to pay homage to your roots. Don't ever stop paying homage to your roots, right? Because, that's your frequency. No matter what your roots are, be proud of them, be happy of them, make them better, make them understand. But that's outside of you. That's outside of you. If you're interested in that, that's outside of you. What's more important is you, right? I digress from that, but that's part of your dynamic. But it's more internal. Internalize yourself. Never mind everything else. Let everything go. When you can, whether it be, you have time to what people like to do is pray. If you have time to meditate, if you have time to just sit by yourself, write it down, listen, clear your mind, clear the noise. And then you can begin to listen to your natural breathing, and then just relax yourself and just sit there for as long as you can. If you can sit there in that state, just sitting down, thinking about nothing at all, can you do that? It's not that easy, but you can do it because I can do it. People say my mind is always racing. My mind is never racing. People would say these things to me, and it wouldn't make no sense to me because that's not how I was, how they were shaping me to be. I know that now, but at least I know it, and I'm here to talk about it for me. So just listen. That's all you gotta do. And the more you listen, the more you will hear. The more you hear, the more clearly you will understand. The clearer your hearing will become. And the more involved you'll become in frequency traveling. You'll travel in that frequency of sound that you're part of, that calls to you in a physical sense. We all have our different frequencies, but you're not going to know what frequency you lie on if you're just being a leaf in the waves. You're letting it take you to where you don't know it's going to go. You don't know where it's going to go anyway. But row your boat. If I can put it in a sense where you can understand it. But just take your time. As much each day, if you have time. You know what? Don't even. I say make some time. Make some time for yourself. Meditate. Go somewhere in a room. Go outside where it's quiet, where there's nobody around that needs your energy. You understand? Your family, your spouse, your children. Realign yourself. You have to do that for yourself. This way you can separate what is true, what is needed, what is not true, what is not needed, so on and so forth. And it's not going to take one day. But the journey is well worth it. Find a place of peace. Find a place where you will not be disturbed. Find a place where you can always go to when you need to. Oh, look at this thing. Hold on, look at this thing, guys. Look at this. That's a bug. See it? Watch it move. This is where to go. Get off of me. So, do that. Find a place. I should have brought my towels, but lo and behold, I'll just do this. I'll just turn this inside out. Let me sit down and take a seat. Oh, yeah. So find a spot no one will disturb you. Don't even disclose this spot. Don't even take your cell phone. The only reason I took my cell phone today was, if you guys been on here and you've been following me, I normally bring my cell phone here. The only reason I brought it today was to do this live. Thought I wouldn't have brought it. I don't bring myself. I started not bring. I used to bring my cell phone just like everybody else everywhere. But I'm not leaving this vicinity to go. Unless I take a long trip, then I'll take it with me. If I'm on a long trip and I have to get some GPS because I don't have GPS in my car, then I'll bring it. But other than that, I don't. I try not to. Now, and I'm not saying this is a new concept for me, but not really. I already know. The EMFs. I work with computers, man. EMFs are not good for you. You carrying a radio frequency, a radio device in your pocket. That's not good. They even sell these EMF blockers. So if they sell those EMF blockers, you just gotta ask yourself, why? Because it's not good for you to carry these things. So I try not to carry it. Now, I was doing that. Like I said, I was on this frequency before. I'm just gonna say I was on this frequency before I got married. Let's put it that way. And I was in between marriages, and I was studying because I needed it. I needed to study. Yahweh was telling me, study. This is where you need to be. This is where your energy will thrive. And then, due to my conditioned mind, I went back to serving because I thought because the thought that was implanted in me was that the only way that I would feel that I exist is to be serving someone else no matter what. So now I'm back on, where I was prior to. So, you will lose footing. You will lose footing because that's the lesson in life, right? You lose footing, come back up. But then there's going to be a point in time where it needs to be consistent. Or if it's been consistent all the time, keep it that way. And give it away. Give the knowledge away to someone else so that they don't have to go through. And they're going to go through things. You're not going to save them from going through things because that's what life is all about. You don't live life if you don't go through anything. You don't live life if you don't go through anything. That's not life. That's not life. So find a place. And don't tell anybody about the place that you find. Don't let them know. Because guess what they're going to do? They're going to come and distract you because that's what they do. So find your own place, your quiet place. Think about your life, your experience, your truth. It's fun. Ooh, wait a minute, right there. Oh, no, I'm out of here. Destruction. Where'd you come from, lady? I gotta get out of here. I hope I didn't get bit. Oh, no, the red ants. I'm out of here. Okay. This is not a good place for me to be. Get up. Red ants are not good, man. Because once they bite you, that's like, you'll be living with that bite for like weeks. I hate them. I don't hate them. They serve a purpose, but they're not good for the human. So find a spot. Get away from the computers. Get away from the time-consuming products, time-consuming devices. Get away from that. If you can, per day, if you can, per day, maybe. But you have to get away. You can't do that in an office where you have a computer, because those electronic, the EMFs, I forgot, is it electronic magnetic force or whatever, is going to interrupt your signals. It's going to interrupt your connections. It's going to interrupt, your messages. It's going to interrupt all of that stuff. It's going to interrupt it. So you have to get away from it. Get away from it completely. Leave your phone in the house. Walk around your neighborhood. Find somewhere where nobody knows you're at. Sit down. Don't even think. Just sit down and just listen. Don't think about if you left your hot pot on, if you left your coffee on, if you left, let me turn this on. today, take some time for yourself. If you're doing anything outside of what you're obligated to do, work or homework or studying or practicing your sport or your career, find some time for yourself where you can sit down in a quiet place and just listen. Maybe you want to put on some frequency music. I do that. I put on frequency music. It's really nice. Sometimes I get afraid to put it on. This is why, because it's frequency music, and I'm gonna study frequency, like what levels. I already know what levels affect certain chakras, but I'm not really in tune with that. So sometimes I really don't want to interrupt, because I'm going in a state of meditation and I don't understand the frequency that well, and what state I'm in. It might bring me somewhere, put me in some state that I don't want to be in. So sometimes it's not good to do that if you don't really know. So if you study a frequency like 528 or 432, or I like to listen to those, but just read about it before you do it. I don't recommend just doing it, because if you're not used to meditating, on a regular basis, or you don't know too much about it, don't jump right into it, because just like I said earlier, spirituality is not a joke. It's not, it's not something that you play around with, right? It can do you a lot of harm. So I don't want you to harm yourself. I want you to read and learn about it if you can. But watch a couple of videos and take your time. Take your time. Don't rush into anything. Take it slow. I don't know if you can hear me because it's windy. And make sure that you know as much as you think you need to know. But before that, I definitely recommend, just sit by yourself. Just sit by yourself. Don't think about anything. Hello. And just, mind what you're like, kind of like, just listen. Just listen to where the sounds are coming from, and then let it go. It takes time. It takes time to learn how to do that, and especially all of us. All of us. All right, give me a second here. Take your time. Don't rush. Don't rush. It's not something that you need to rush into. It's something that you have to take your time, because you're trying to revamp yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on. Give me a second here. Just making sure I got my wallet. So no rush. This is something that you don't have to do, that you should not rush, because it has to do with realigning something that you have not done. So just like anything, you have to learn about it. You have to, before you get into it. If you have, someone that you can listen to online that is a, professional teacher that teaches, listen, they'll tell you how to breathe. You start with the breathing, but first start with the listening. I would say, I'm not a certified meditation teacher, but I've done it for a long time. Just listen. Just sit down and listen. And that's the best thing for you to do, just to realign yourself. And you don't have to be really, you're going to listen to nothing. And if nothing comes, then there's nothing to listen to. But you're listening. And that in itself, just listening in itself will make you aware of a lot of things. A lot of things about you, about, first of all, why am I sitting here? I remember, I got a memory. Memory just came to me. Thank you. What impressed me about, I love neighborhoods with houses. I used to live in the PJs, right? But we used to live in a neighborhood that had houses, and I loved it. It was so nice. It was in the summertime when, say, like everybody, say in the summertime, everybody was at the beach. So there was nobody home, but it was so quiet. And I would walk around, I would leave the house early, I would walk down to the corner store, which was, so I would walk, and it was so quiet. I would walk by the river, I would skip rocks, and I loved that so much. So much. That was such a good time in my life when I was a kid. And then some of my friends would come out, like I would come out early. We had a football field. It was 4 football fields in one. And I would go there and I would walk around the field early in the morning, in the autumn especially. And, some of my friends would come out, we would walk, and then we would walk around, skipping rocks, maybe we'd go pick up another friend. And I loved that a lot. Because there was no, there was no violence, there was no craziness, it wasn't speedy, things weren't running, things didn't have to get done, everybody was here, packages being dropped off at stores, liquor stores, corners, there was none of that. It was just us walking around in the neighborhood, talking, throwing rocks, picking up friends, but we'd probably end up, by midday at the park playing basketball. And that time for me was something that I would always cherish. So being here where I'm at right now was something that I always wanted. That same feeling. And here it is. Yahweh said, here you go. Put me through the world, man. Listen. And it was not his, determination. It was my decisions to allow that to happen to myself. Got to take responsibility, accountability for where you are in your life, why you're there. You can't blame nobody else. You let them in. You allow them to do this, because I look at it this way. Take some time for yourself. And yourself will tell you about it, even if you don't like it. And I didn't like a lot of stuff that I was hearing about myself or from myself. And most of us can't spend time alone, because if we do, it wouldn't be good. It would be non-productive, non-conducive, hurtful. It would be bad. Because life for you that you live in is not for you, because it's going to come out. Everything done in the dark comes out to light, everything, right? So if you sit there by yourself and you just listen, that's all you got to do. All you got to do is listen. I was talking to this guy the other day. Not the other day, but it was probably like in June or July when I was in Orlando. And I used to eat out all the time because I was living in my car. You understand? I know people who living in their car understand that. When you're living in your car, you gotta eat out all the time. Because if you buy all the stuff that you need to make food, which you can, right? It's gonna take you time. You gotta get it sent to a certain address. You gotta spend a lot of money doing that. But I used to go to the gas station, and in the gas station they give me a discount, a card where if I fill it up, I can literally get lunch. I can get, because I was eating at that point like I was trained to 3 times a day. That that's like animals. Animals eat 3 times a day. You feed animals 3 times a day. I don't do that anymore. I eat when I'm hungry, and I'm rarely hungry. Ain't that something? So lost my frame of thought. That's okay. But yeah, the main reason I wanted to come out here was tell you about Father Time, right? And how you're limited in how he limits you, or that energy limits you from actually, giving or being part of the whole system, of the whole natural system. Pulls you out of that natural. Hello. No, that's okay. That's okay. No worries. You're fine. What does that say? Oh, hey, Missy. Don't time out Multi Dulcie. She's old school friends. That's people right there. So don't time her out, please. It says that you timed her out. Did you do that? She's an old school listener. You should talk to her. She's a very nice girl. Be friends. So all in all, basically, the gist of the story was, if you can, this part was be in silence, sit in silence, find somewhere. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. No worries. So silence will help you reveal yourself to yourself. I'm gonna say it again. Silence will help you reveal yourself to yourself. I'm gonna say it again. I'm just gonna say it again because it sounds so good. Wake up, wake up. Silence will help you reveal yourself to yourself. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's old school people. Mosi Dosi, say hello. This is Missy Moya, moderator. She's been doing awesome. Thank you so much. Even though we don't have many people, but that's okay. She's been doing really well. Awesome. She's been on here. She was gone for. Am I saying it right? Oh, let me go back. So, silence will reveal yourself to yourself, and then you can continue on. It takes a while. It's not going to take a day. You can't do it in one day. It's not going to happen in one day. Right? It took 7 days. Last day was rest and relaxation. But you got to take your time. Slow down. Love your soul, not your role. Live for you before you try to help someone else. Before you give someone else your resources, like your energy, your time. So today's video was about the experience that I had this morning and the experience that I had on Friday. Friday I astral planed in a golden, warm light, like the sun. I tried to detach myself, which I've tried before, but you can't, unless you have that knowledge and power, you're able to, but I don't have that. But it was wonderful. I don't know how far I got, but I knew where I was. I was aware that I was floating over my body above, and I was trying to detach myself. It was warm, it was beautiful. It was like a white, warm sun blanket all over me. I loved it. So then today, I ran into Father Time. I went to the store to get some food, and an older gentleman with his hair full of a white beard. He asked me, "Do you know what time it is?" He didn't say good morning. He didn't say hello. He just asked me if I knew what time it was. So I was talking about the correlation between me having that experience and this question from an entity that I didn't even know. So that right there that's a message. Now when you begin, oh, okay, I won't. I gotta go out. I've been here 2 hours. I'll take a little bit more time. I got a long way to go to get my car, so no worries. We'll be here for a little longer. I'm just gonna walk slow. So there's a correlation. Now when your system is clean, right, of say parasite. I'm just gonna say parasites because there's no other way to put it. How do they get in your body? You eat. We got good parasites. They got different kind of names that they name them in the medical, but it's all the same. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Yin yang yang yang, whatever. But if you're eating too many bad bacteria, too many bad parasites, then what's gonna happen? You're gonna get sick, right? Your body's gonna be unbalanced. Then you have to go to the doctor. They're gonna give you medication. You're gonna be sick still. Now, when you begin to clean, and I'm saying this is coming from me because I'm doing it. I'm not saying it because I read it in a book. I'm not saying it because I heard it from somebody else. I'm saying it because I'm doing it. So I've been cleaning my system out. Hello, hi. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You already know I'm the cosmic wake up. Love your soul, not your role. Listen twice and speak once. So you begin to really, really, really feel and really see and really hear and really understand and really appreciate everything about your experience. Yeah, I used to love hot pepper. Oof. I've eaten ghost chili peppers. I've eaten the Carolina Reaper. I've eaten all that stuff. I used to love that stuff. I don't eat it anymore. But yeah, I used to put peppers on my channel. I got some peppers that I bought, some bottled peppers and some peppers. I still eat kind of hot stuff. Like I pickle my garlic, I pickle, I pickle stuff with a little spice in it. But I didn't know that. But thank you for telling me. So, where was I? It's very important for you to realign yourself. Right? Realign yourself. Things will be so much more clearer to you when people talk to you, when people approach you, even if they don't approach you. That's okay. No worry. Dang. And life will give you what you give it. Listen to me. Life will give you what you give it. Being in silence. Write this down, please, if you can, Missy, and send it to me by the email or in the DM. Being in silence reveals reveals yourself, reveals you to you. Do that for me, please. So being in silence reveals you to you. I just want to say it like that. Maybe I'll change it later. But that's a good one. Because then you get rid of all of the noise. And all of the noise, all of the suggestions that come from other energies, from other frequencies. You eliminate it. And then you know who you're really talking to, who you're really listening to. Oh, nice. There you go, the score for the game. 24-0 Eagles versus the Raiders. The Eagles are winning. Thank you for the update, Missy Moye. So, it is important to find your silent spot, to find your realignment. And everything that's going on in your life, and you know how people go, I don't know why that's happening. I don't know what is happening, because you're not aligned with yourself. That's why you don't know. You're just running around like a leaf in the wind, hitting poles and trees and cars and getting run over, and you're a mess at the end of the day, and you don't know why it happened, because you're allowing it to happen, because you're letting it be. If you're more aligned with yourself and you're more aware about you internally, especially, you're gonna be able to ward off without even doing it. You don't have to do anything. You just got to be aware. You and Yahweh in touch, in every sense of the word. In every sense of it. And then everything that you do, everything that you say, everything that you think will be in alignment with you. And everything outside of you don't matter unless you let it in. And if you don't know how to not let it in, that's something that you may need to practice as well, but you can only practice that in silence. You can't practice any of this stuff in noise. It's just impossible. Now, you can apply it. You can apply that practice to center yourself in that noise. I'm gonna go on mute for a minute. I'm gonna walk up the street here to the town so you guys can see the event, but there's gonna be music, so I don't wanna get, scratched up. So just look with me, just, look around. You wanna make a comment, go right ahead. Love, shit, like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I'm going on mute right now. Well, it looks like the event's over. I think it ended at 2, which is okay. We can go into downtown. This is downtown. Old school spot. Kind of remind me of Boston. Boston old school towns are built the same way, with the red brick streets. We used to play in streets like this in Beantown. So yeah, looks like it's over, which is cool. You can see there's not a lot of people, but this whole street was full of people buying from local vendors, fruits and, you know, artisan products, things of that nature. I'm gonna go get some lemonade. Yeah, there's a lemonade spot. Check it out. So there's a lemonade spot right over there. I'm gonna get me some lemonade. So this is downtown. It's over, but I'll show you what remains. These folks right here have a little kiosk. So basically, like I said, local vendors come out here. They sell their products on the streets. You guys know. You guys been to local fairs. That's basically what they have. I think it's every Sunday or every other Sunday. I'm not sure. But it's pretty neat. You get to see people, you know, creators. They create their own stuff. They sell their own food. So I'm coming up in here. This is a good spot. It's called, I think it's Squeeze the Day. No. Main Squeeze, I think it's called. Yeah, I think it's called Main Squeeze. They got lemonade, real good. They make it with monk sugar because I can't consume sugar. Let's go inside. Let's check it out. It's a really cool spot. Loving the decorum. It's pretty neat. Lemonade. You're on Main Squeeze. They got some. Here, come through to this spot, real nice. I think there goes Sarah. How you doing, Sarah? Good. Came to get some lemonade with some monk. Listen, I came last time. You weren't here. I totally forgot to say no sugar. I was running up and down Claremont like I was what do you call that guy from the desert? I don't know if you guys know who that guy is. Roadrunner. Who said that? Yes, that's how I felt. Bloom, bloom, bloom. How you doing? Good. How are you? Good. Oh, can I order something? Can I get one of these with no top? Yeah. I don't know what you recommend for today. It's hot. I've tried like 3 so far. Yeah. Yep.
Number 8 is very refreshing. I don't know if I recommend number 3 before.
I had that one, I think.
We have a cherry lemonade right now. That's a special. Another really good one is number 14, coconut.
I'll do number 14. A monk fruit, please. A monk fruit extract, whatever you call that. No sugar. Por favor. Thank you.
Of course. That'll be $8.55 for you.
Oh, that's sign my life away. Just for some lemonade? That's hardcore.
Would you like your receipt?
No, I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. All right, God bless you all. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. All right. So this spot is nasty. They got some good stuff, man. So basically, you come here, they make your stuff down there, they bring it over here. They got cans, so they got plastic see-through cans. So they put it in this thing, and they tighten it up for you. But they don't use, they don't use. You use monk fruit, right?
Yes, monk fruit.
So they can use monk fruit if you want. If you don't use
You
sugar.
can also do unsweet.
Unsweetened.
With no sugar at all.
So whatever you like, basically. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, of course.
God bless you. See you around. Love you so natural. Come in here if you guys ever come down here. This is a nice spot. Look at booyah. Got some lemonade and it's cool looking can. It's plastic. They usually put a cover on it, but I asked her not to put a cover on it because I like to take them home. But this is a nice spot right here. So come down. Oh, somebody said hello. I didn't tell them, sorry. There you go. I asked for monk fruit again because I can't do sugar because they tried to diagnose me with diabetes, so I need to control that, which I am. So I'm not using sugar. It's a sugar sweetener replacement. But I didn't see you, and it was kind of dark, and I had my glasses on. But I'll let her know you said hi. Okay, I'll go tell her. Hold on. Ready? I'll tell her. Ready? Hold on. Let me take my glasses off because I can't see. Cool, isn't it?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Beautiful.
I know it.
Sarah, at Missy Moye wanted me to say hello to you. She says hi. Thank you. Okay, there you go. She said hello. You happy? Yeah, it's a beautiful place. This is a beautiful place. If you come down here, there are a lot of yay! There are a lot of beautiful places here in Florida, which is where I am. I haven't said so, but now I'm telling you, School of Rock. They jam. They open up the doors. People sitting out here with music. It's a great place to come. It's very festive, but it's a local small town. There are a lot of these out here. One of my favorites is Mount Dora. Oh, I love that place. That place is gorgeous, beautiful, just like here, a little smaller. Got the little Boston Old Town vibe. There's a nice place over here to go to if you like sports and drinking. It's right over there. See, I'm pointing. That wooden spot has a big TV in it, and they're playing football. You know, let me take you over there real quick. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna put you on mute because I just want to show you the TV showing the football game. Okay, hold on. What's showing in America, New York? My location? Shouldn't be. It's Florida. So you go. That's an outdoor sports bar. Really cool. If I was into sports, I'd go there again, but I'm not anymore. So right now they just showed the Patriots 24-21. They're leading in the third, and they showed the Philly and whoever you guys played scored 24-0. So this is a nice place. It's quiet. Again, they have people here. There's more music. I gotta turn this off. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you, I love going to the beach. This place for me is literally maybe 7 or 8 minutes down the street from where I reside, right? And just coming out here gives me the exact same sensation that I used to feel when I used to have to ride an hour and maybe an hour or two to go to the major beaches like Cocoa Beach, all the other beaches that are out here in Florida. So I'm gonna go through this alley. I'm gonna go on mute because there's music, but check out the artwork. Yeah, I had to go on mute because they were playing music. So that's a pretty cool, a little alleyway that I love going through. Places are basically more like bars where you drink and watch television, but I just walk through it. I love it. Again, it reminds me of Boston with the red brickstone streets. And then over here, there's like a small little section of where there are some restaurants, places again to drink beer and watch sports. They got pizza. There's a little corner spot that I went to that's really good. It's a Mexican grill house, and they got some great. When I used to eat steak a lot, they got some good steak. All right, then, there you go. Take it easy. Have a good one. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being a moderator today. Everybody get a big shout out to Molly Moye. Take care. Love you so natural. You already know. Wake up, wake up. Listen twice and speak once, and find that quiet place so that you can realign yourself. Yahweh loves you. All right, so that was downtown old school Claremont here in Central Florida. Real nice, real nice. I like to come here, when I want to relax. But mostly I go down here by the lake, so I walk around at the lake. And the lake, let me turn it on mute again. Yeah, you already know. Wake up, wake up. Love you so natural. It's omnicosmic. I want to go back to the car. Go back home. I think I did everything I was supposed to do with my personal stuff. So I might just sit down and get on the old PS4. Play. I think maybe I might play. I don't know if I want to play God of War today. I might play something different. I don't feel like. I don't know. We'll see. So there it is. Nice day, beautiful day. I gotta go on mute again. There's more music. So we're about to get to the car. This part you can actually come in on your boat, eat. Or if you got a jet ski, they have a dock where you can dock and come in and you can eat and then get back on your boat and your jet ski and go wherever you're going, which is pretty cool. I really like that concept where, you can be on a jet ski or a boat, pull up to a restaurant, get yourself some seafood, and go back out. That's pretty cool. Or whatever you like to eat. Love your soul natural. Listen twice and speak once. Align yourself. Align yourself. It's so important for your growth. Not just for your growth. Not just for your growth, but for your health, for your mind, for your situation, for your circle, for your present state of being. Align yourself when you can and however you can. When you can take a chance to do so, do it. You owe it to yourself to align yourself to yourself, not to anybody else, to make yourself greater. When you make yourself greater, nothing can faze you, which is where we're trying to get to. You understand that? If you can understand that or understand that, your peace will go with you wherever you walk to, wherever you shine your beautiful light that is unique and powerful. Right? I'm walking to the car. So I'm on my way home. Yesterday, I think I walked today a little bit more than I walked yesterday. So I'm gonna be in an excruciating amount of pain right now. I know it. On my right leg. But I gotta get that. I gotta get that sun. I gotta get that space. I gotta get that air. I gotta get that universal love motion. Gotta get it. Gotta get it. It's like my medicine. It's everybody's medicine. Being locked up in the house in a square box. Remember, square is a time usurper, right? Although they put time in a circle to mislead you, but that's encapsulated, right? And if the more you study, your position, in alignment with everything, the more you'll understand yourself, which is all you need to do. Wow. I would love, if I was a comedian, I would love her to sit in the front row. Because she'll make everybody laugh just the way that she's laughing. So there's a concoction, let's just say, that I learned to make. I used information from others on YouTube and the internet of natural remedies. Because I'm telling you, I'm fighting this. I'm not waiting for somebody to fill me with pills. Not happening. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, burned in the bonfire. Hello, how are you? Good. Good. Have a good day. Right, so when you begin to heal yourself, things come, man. Things come. And that's a good thing. You just got to take your time. Take your time. Don't rush it, and it'll come. Because you're working towards it, It's something that I don't recommend you do. I don't recommend, and again, this is just a suggestion that you just sit there, pray for something to happen, and then not work at it to happen. Guess what's gonna happen? Nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
We can go in the library? The door's closed. Okay, all right. Thank you.
The village chapel.
Go into the chapel and...
That's cool, yo. So I'm heading out to my car. That's a wrap. I'll take you up. You know what I'll do? I'll give you a higher view real quick before I go. Oh no, I can't go through there because they're playing some crazy stuff over there. Hold on, let me put this down a little bit. All right, they're playing some kind of, I don't know, some celebratory music over there. So I'm not gonna go over there. So they got speakers over here too. What? All right, I think I'm getting away from it. I'm hoping I get away from it because I'm not going to be on here and have them not publicize this. After I took about 2 hours to make it. So over here they're celebrating, Xmas Day, when they invite Satan into their homes and sacrifice their children symbolically. That's horrible to listen to hear that, huh? That's what it is. Okay, so hold on. Let me turn this down because this darn speaker, I think I'm closer to it than further away from me. So let me show you what it is. I like this view. This is my favorite view over here. Well, let me not lie. I like all the views over here. All the views over here. Impeccable, peaceful. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm grateful. Super grateful. Every day, every hour. Got to show that gratitude. Sharing with you guys. Letting you know that Yahweh does exist. There is an almighty creator. Most of you are being misled by those who just want to control your energy and take your soul. Believe me, it's true. And if you know, we all will find out. More sooner than later. So love your soul natural. Align yourself as much as you can. Keep it quiet as much as you can. Concentrate on your soul. Concentrate on your inner peace, on your connection with your creator. You can't avoid the mischanneling. You can't avoid, the miseducation. But you can concentrate and align yourself with the greater good. Because that's what you're here to do. You're not here to do none of the other stuff. Was created to lock you down because of your power, because of your potential. Let that go. Find a quiet spot, align yourself. Learn how to meditate. Love your soul natural. I can't say it any more specific than that. Love your soul natural. It's going to get you and give you a connection with your creator unlike anything in this plane. Unlike anything. Human love, cars, women, men, whatever you're into, whatever you want to fulfill that you think is going to fulfill you because you got a big hole in your chest, it's not going to do it. It's not. It's good. You know what it's going to do? It's going to misguide you, and it's going to feed you momentarily, and then you're going to need that feeling again, and then you're going to go out and you're going to hustle. You're going to waste all your time and all your energy for that feeling that's going to continuously go away. There are all those their feelings. I'm going to tell you politely and kindly and wholeheartedly, just like the man I've always been. Love your soul natural. Feelings are like leaves on trees. They come and go. My uncle used to tell me, money's like leaves on trees. It comes and goes. So I'm telling you like this, feelings are like leaves on trees. They come and go. So don't rely on your feelings. Feelings will distract you. Feelings will destroy you. Feelings will you got to learn how to accept it and let it go. Oh, I feel like this now. Let it go. And understand at that point in time what occurred outside of you to put you in that position of feeling in that manner. And then align yourself. Come back. And again, it's not a one-day journey. It's not going to happen in un día. Un día tú no te vas a salvar con el papá Dios. Tú tienes que sanarte diario. Every day you can. Meditate. Every day you can. Take time to sit down and think. Take time definitely to thank, to give some thanks and have some gratitude for whatever situation you're in. You're in the hospital on the bed. You're in jail. You're in a a living situation that you don't want to be in. You know, don't pray it away because it's not going to go away. Meditate. Meditate the concept in your mind and change your mindset about what position you're in while you're there and how you can actually activate to get yourself out of that position. That's what needs to be done. Praying ain't going to do nothing but create false hope. False hope ain't going to do nothing but destroy you. You're going to be sad. Because Father God didn't give you what he says. He didn't say he's going to give you anything. He said, in the Bible it says to follow me. But you're not following, you want everything. But what are you following? Following you how? It tells you in the Bible. Read the Bible, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. I just finished reading, right now I'm reading Numbers. Before that I was reading Leviticus. Read Leviticus. Right, read these scriptures. Some of them are good. Some of them don't have anything to do with you. But it got a lot of good teachings in there. Listen twice, speak once, be patient, accept, then let it go. And align yourself. You can align yourself. Hello there, hi, how are you? Love your soul, natural. Thank you for coming in and saying hello, hello. Love your soul, natural, where we listen twice and speak once. Yahweh loves you. Keep it right, keep it tight. How you doing? How you doing today? What's happening? Who's this? Oh, Raga, what's up, man? We know each other, don't we? Well, we know each other on here. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, it is. It is. I had to come up here. I'm about to go. I had to come out here and show you guys one of the best, one of the nice views that I often enjoy on any given day. On any given day. On any given day. Have gratitude for your situation, for your life, for your experiences, for how long you've been here, all the things that you've been through, all the things that you're gonna go through. Enjoy, embrace yourself for now. Yeah, thank you. It is beautiful, isn't it? Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Yes, I am. That's Yahweh's intention, my intention as well. Speak it out loud and speak it proud that things will come to you that are due to your destiny because of your work, because of your pleasant peace and the way you look at yourself, the way you understand yourself, the way you love your soul and not your role. And enjoy every moment because it wasn't always this sunny. You can believe that. It wasn't always this pretty. It wasn't always this gorgeous. Believe you me. I've been down to the pits of hell more than one time. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm telling you. This is why I got this channel. To let you guys know that there's a way out of there. There's a way out. Don't give up. Don't you ever give up. Don't you ever give up. Even when you're on the brink of thinking you need to let go, don't let go. Hold on. I mean, there's gonna be a point where you know you need to let go, but you're not in control of that. It's just gonna happen. Let it be. Don't fight it. Yeah, we could do that, man. I don't have a problem with that. We could do that. Absolutely. That'll be fun. I appreciate that. So, love you so natural. I just wanted to come out here to share this beautiful site with everybody. Thank you, everyone that came in, everyone that subscribed, everyone that gave a like, a share. Share with your friends, share with others. We're going to come on here and talk about things that align our souls with our minds and our spirits, our gut, our heart, our physical, everything that makes us sons of God, children of God. Alrighty, till next time, Yahweh loves you.